to be a guide and to show people the beautiful things of Africa?
Well, it's incredible. We basically our day starts early in the morning when we head out. We are literally before the sun comes up, and just the feeling and the atmosphere of being out there, driving out, seeing elephants, seeing lions, being in the midst of them, it's an unbelievable experience.
What do people learn? What do you think they learn by seeing all this wildlife in Africa?
I think you learn that you're not that different from them. You're an integral part of it. And just driving back into New York again, people get lost in cities. You know, you don't know that you're on the same planet sometimes with these animals, but you see it on TV and you hear about it, you read about it, but to actually be out in it, you feel the sun and to see animals with you, next to you, coming up to you, it's an unbelievable experience. It's like nothing else.
You read it when you're filmed, it's extraordinary to see something like that for people like you to do that.
The journey is yeah.
We learn all the journey of your life, the power of mind, something like
The dazzle of this, the elusive leopard,
elusive
leopard,
Take a look.
a part or a rock.
And you learn all the things that you of course you forget.
Yeah.
But after you leave Africa, but it was so much I love about it. I mean, oh my God. Well, you're a very avid and very accomplished photographer, and you have brought some magnificent pictures with you. And I think you can learn a lot by looking at the pictures. Pictures. We're going to start with the largest land animal on Earth, and that is the elephant.
That's it.
A direct descendant of the mastodon, I guess.
That's it.
Right?
That's it. Still
How many
looking
pounds does a big elephant weigh? A bull elephant?
You're probably looking at about 5,500 kilograms, so somewhere 12,000 pounds. They are very big.
You do not
Big
want that guy to
animals.
step on
Like
your
that
foot.
one over there. That's
And where is he now? Where is this guy?
This is in Kruger National Park, and I had to get very close to him to get that shot. It's with a very short, wide-angle lens, and right up there, his trunk was about a meter from me.
Well, I'll never forget the elephants that we saw on our trip, on our safari. They came quite close to the Land Rover.
They do.
Oh my gosh, they were so beautiful. Remember the one that was thrashing around in the road?
Yeah, didn't like us too much
No,
initially.
oh my gosh. Well, what did you? How old is that elephant? How old was that one?
He's probably a good 50-odd years old. He's a big bull.
And what about this mother and baby? How old is that mother?
The baby, the mother is probably about 40, 45, and the little one's maybe only a couple of years, maybe a year or two old, and finding shelter in between the legs of everybody else.
I want that picture for my grandchildren. That's a fabulous picture.
She's
And then
very,
this
very
beautiful
cute.
picture of this lion. I mean, he looks past his prime. Is he past his prime?
Yeah, it is a younger lion, but kind of growing up. It's a difficult stage for them when they're at this age. They've got to kind of get past the big males, and it's very, very difficult. He actually has, just behind the story, he suffered some injuries as well lately. That specific one, yeah. So it's a difficult life for them out there.
Of African Geographic.
That
is a magnificent face.
Thank you very, very much.
So beautiful. So the story was Serengeti, photograph it, understand it.
That's it,
Because, oh, and look at these guys. Oh, how old are these? Brand new?
It's the first time I saw them when I took this photograph, and they were all wide-eyed with the car, and they weren't quite sure, but they were very, very
and then, of course, this is how they feed themselves. And they run the antelope into the water, into the mud.
This was an incredible, it's actually one of the highlights. They were stuck in the mud, and this lioness came up.
Oh.
Yeah, it was very dry, and because of the drought, they're forced to come closer to the water. They have to drink. These lionesses were waiting on the bank. The two impalas got stuck, and she actually, you can see, he's covered in mud. And she actually went and dragged them out, and then walked through the mud to get the other one. And so it shows you both sides, the desperate nature of the lions to get it.
Now, what are these leopards doing? Are they having fun or are they fighting? Oh, they're playing.
That is
a fantastic picture.
That's brother and sister, and brother being very annoying and true to his nature, and she gave him a wallet and he jumped into the air.
And I want this picture too. That is fantastic.
Thank you. That's her as well.
What time of day?
That was late afternoon, early evening, and I just managed to get it.
And then this picture of a hyena. You know, you think hyenas are so horrible from what you read about them, but look how cute. And they're just sitting around. Were you sitting on the ground taking this?
Don't tell anyone, but I was.
Yeah.
And to get him to come closer, I actually had to use my toes. I literally took my shoe off, twinkled my toes, and it came and looked at the toes, and then I got the photograph. You have to do what you have to do to get the shots.
And then this one, if you're very squeamish, this is not a picture for you. This is a rhino, and there's a huge problem with rhino horn poaching. And now they're tranquilizing the animals instead of killing them outright? Why don't they just kill them?
This is, if I may just chat about this is a friend of mine, James, and I, and this is probably the most challenging thing I've ever seen as a guide or come across. And we were driving, and this rhino was walking down the road. From far, we couldn't quite make out what it was. And as we got closer, the full kind of impact of the situation hit us, and it was tranquilized. But often what happens is they use a drug called N99 to dart these animals. But now a gunshot, if poachers shoot a rhino, draws attention. Yes. So now instead of that, they use tranquilizing guns. But this rhino didn't die. The idea is to overdose it. It actually woke up, and it had the horn chopped up. There was blood. Literally, it was injured so badly. It must have been a week after it happened.
Did you put it out of its misery?
We did. When we saw it, I mean, it was unbelievable. We literally cried, and they had to take care of it. There's no other way.
When is that?